It is August 23rd, 2024, and we are closing out the month of August and also the Jewish month of Av, the month where God tears down so that he can rebuild. And I just wanted to share something with you guys. I'm still working on getting through this book that I started a little while ago now, The Fires of Jubilee. I found it while I was thrift shopping at the Goodwill, and I always like to check out the book area for any good books. I love to read, and this one in particular stood out to me right away because God has been speaking to me about the Jubilee of his people, that we're entering into the time of Jubilee. And so this was really a timely read as well, because it was during the month of July when the realities of racism and freedom are at the forefront. And so I've been working my way through this true story of Nat Turner and his fierce rebellion against slave owners and oppressors in his time, and how he was actually a prophet of God. And it's been a very interesting story that I do recommend. And I just love learning history and the things that God teaches through history, because ultimately life is his story to tell. Okay. And so I came across this page 68 in the book, and I was kind of excited when I read it. It says, "Moreover, slaves habitually hunted on Sunday night, especially during August, the month of Jubilee, when most of the crops had been laid by and the blacks had relatively minor chores to do until picking time." So I've really felt that the month of August has there's the new is about to begin. Like, something significant is taking place in the month of August, and I've been keeping you guys up to date with what God has been revealing through the celestial bodies and through even last month, and the solar eclipses and the lunar eclipses and everything that God's been doing from month to month this year, and especially this year, because this year I believe is significant. And so when I read this, that to the slaves, the month of August was known as the month of Jubilee, because this was the time when most of the crops were already laid in the soil, and so they just had minor duties to tend to. So to them, they knew the month of August as the month of Jubilee. Okay. And so this, I was just taking that before the Lord, like, Lord, is this, a little sign, a little encouragement that you have a surprise for your people before the end of the month? And I believe he does. I have just a feeling in my spirit that things are just about to change, and that I need to be sure that I am ready mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to make the moves that he's telling me to make. And so I just wanted to share that as encouragement, that things are shifting. And I believe that August is a time of remembrance, that this is a month of Jubilee, into slavery and into the hardships, and where God begins to rebuild his people, the lives of his people, to fulfill the promises, to get rid of the debts, and to begin anew. Okay, and this also goes with the month of Av, hand in hand with what the month of Av is all about. God tearing down so he can rebuild. And so we're moving into the month of September, and I will tell you that I'm expectant for the month of September, and I'm expectant for it to kick off with surprises and blessings, because the month of September has always been a very blessed month for my household. And the month of September is also the Jewish or biblical New Year. And so before I even knew this, before I even had the understanding and revelation of the biblical new year of September, it can fall within September and October, Rosh Hashanah, that I could clearly see that there was blessings tied to this month for my family. And these blessings were totally not something that I intended to receive or to orchestrate for myself. So September is the month that I had my first child. September is the month that I opened my business and became an entrepreneur. September is the month when I got married to my kingdom spouse. September is the month in which we finalized our contract to move into our first home, which would be a rent-to-own home. And September is just a month of so many new beginnings and blessings. And so I don't think this year is going to fall short of blessings and new beginnings. So I am expectant, and this, I believe, is not only a blessing and a blessed month for my household, but for all the people of God, because it is the biblical and Jewish New Year. And so God has new beginnings for the month of September. And so I wanted to share all these things with you guys to encourage you that things are shifting. They are moving forward. We have been in a slowdown because of the Lionsgate, which I went over in a video if you have not watched, and because of the retrograding of the celestial bodies going on, certain celestial bodies. It's causing a time to reflect back on certain things, to because God wants to rebuild. Okay, He wants to rebuild. So we have to get rid of certain things that have been holding us back into old patterns and lifestyles, so that He can move us into the new, and we can really embrace this Jubilee with liberty and freedom. And so it's exciting times. And so I have two major contracts that will come up in the months of September and October, which is those 2 months of the Jewish New Year lands in. And so, yeah, I'm waiting on God. I'm not signing any contracts till the very last minute, because I am waiting on the perfect timing of God. And I am expectant that there will be certain contracts that will not be renewed, because there are new, bigger, better things for me and for my household. And so may this encourage you in your own journey and maybe bring revelation for you.